Okay, lesson 121. Now that you remember those greater than, less than, equal signs, all those inequalities, we're going to use them to continue our solving for x. So you can use them in an equation like this. So we have x plus 3 is greater than or equal to 12. Well, we need to solve for x. You do the very same thing that you would do if that was an equal sign. If that was an equal sign and you would solve for x, what would you do? Subtract 3. So subtract 3 from both sides, just like you do any other equation. You're left with x is greater than 9. And that would be my answer. Treat these inequalities just like any other, an equation with an equal sign. Solve for x. Okay? There is a rule. Here's my rule. When you multiply or divide by a negative number, when you multiply or divide by a negative number, you must flip your inequality. Okay? That's the rule. When you multiply or divide by a negative number, you must flip the inequality. Flip your sign. Let me show you an example. If I have negative 5x is greater than 20, and I need to solve for x, well, if I treat it just like an equation, I solve for x, I divide by negative 5. If I divide both sides by a negative number, I must flip my sign. My answer would be x is less than negative 4. Don't forget this rule. Very important. When you flip, when you multiply or divide. Okay, let's do another example. Let's do practice B. Lesson 121, practice B. X plus 5 is less than 2. X plus 5 is less than 2. Let's solve for x. Solve for x just like you would. Subtract 5. What are you left with? Now you're subtracting 5. Do you switch that sign? No. You only switch the sign if it's multiplying or dividing. Subtracting doesn't count. So my final answer would be x is less than negative 3. Okay, what if I want to graph that? Well, here's negative 3, here's 0. How do I graph x is less than negative 3? So I go to my negative 3. Do I include it? Well, it just says less than, no equal. So that means I need an open circle. And then I want all numbers less than negative 3. So I would say all the numbers on this side. So this is my graph of what that is. And I believe in the book that has the graph and the answer x is less than negative 3. Okay, let's do practice C. X over negative 2 is greater than 14. And they want us to solve for x and then graph it. So let's solve for x. Let's multiply both sides by negative 2. Oh, wait, we have to multiply by a negative number. So we're going to flip that sign. So let's multiply this by negative 2 and we get x. The negative 2's cancel out. Flip my sign and let's multiply 14 by negative 2 and I get negative 28. Now I need to graph that. So I've got 0, negative 28, and I am going to not include 28, open it up, all numbers less. Not including 28 because it does not have an equal sign. Okay, this is lesson 121, practice B and C. And so I will skip practice D and then let's just do the word problem, E, and I will let you go and finish your lesson. Okay, practice the word problem. It says dryer number 1 ate a few socks but only a few. Dryer number 2, the semi-selfish one, had the nerve to eat 4 more socks than number 1. However, it was the last dryer, dryer number 3, that was the virtual sock-eating monster. In short, turbulent life, it actually consumed 7 more socks than number 2 did. If all 3 ate a total of 51 socks, how many did dryer 1 eat? Dryer 1 is what we're looking for. So dryer 1 will be our x. Dryer 1, if dryer 1 is x, it says that dryer number 2 ate 4 more. X plus 4. And then dryer number 3, it says that it ate 7 more than number 2. So let's put number 2, not 2, number 2 dryer was x plus 4 plus 7 more. Okay, add all that up, set it equal to 51. That gives us a total of 3x plus 3x plus 15 is equal to 51. Solve for x, and you get x equals 12. Dryer number 1 ate 12 socks. If you had to find out what dryer number 2 ate, you would add 4 to it. And if you had to find out what number 3 ate, you would add 11 to it. Okay. Lesson 121. Stay up on your lessons. Try to finish this. We will regroup. I want to hear from you as to whether you want videos or whether you would rather have a live class. Let me hear if you're having any problems. If there are several that we need to go over, we can. If a live class would do better, we can. I just need to decide whether we want to do the short videos or all tune in. So we'll make do. We'll get all this figured out. It's all an experiment. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good week.